Hello friends and welcome to Cooking with Rod. All the ingredient amounts will be down in the description below, and you can pause the video as you do each step of the recipe. If you make this recipe, please leave a comment and let us know how it went. Okay, today we're making an ultra moist carrot cake, 3 different ways. This is rich, perfectly spiced and topped with classic cream cheese frosting. Made with grated carrots, crushed pineapple, warm spices, and coconut oil. This cake stays tender for days. We're gonna make 9 by 13 inch cake, a loaf, and cupcakes. Here we go. We're going to preheat our oven to 350 Fahrenheit or 175 Celsius. Then we're going to prepare our pans depending on which one you're doing. If you're doing the loaf or the 9 by 13, you need to butter and flour that. If you're doing the cupcakes, all you need to do is put in cupcake liners. You could butter and flour it if you want, but I like the cupcake liners because it makes cleanup way easier. Okay, we're gonna grate up our carrots. We're gonna chop the walnuts and the pecans. Alright, we're gonna get our dry ingredients together. We're gonna get 240 grams of flour, which is 2 cups. Then we're going to add our salt, baking soda, baking powder, ginger, and cinnamon. We're going to whisk that up and set that aside until needed. Okay, in a separate bowl, we're going to whisk together our sugar and the eggs until pale yellow. Takes about 2 to 3 minutes. Now we're going to melt our butter and coconut oil over very low heat until just melted, not too hot. Now we're going to whisk the melted butter and coconut oil into our sugar and egg mixture until fully combined. Now we're going to stir in the grated carrots, the crushed pineapple, and the nuts. Then we're going to stir in the flour mixture until you can't see any more flour. Try not to overmix. Now we're going to do the 9 by 13 pan first. So we'll just pour our batter in there and level it out by either wiggling it back and forth or tapping it lightly on the counter. Do not tap it on the counter if you're using a glass dish. So we're going to put that in the oven for about 40 to 45 minutes. Okay, we're going to remove it from the oven. Then we're going to use a toothpick to see if it's done. We're going to stick it in the center of the cake and pull it out. And if there's batter on the toothpick, it's not done. So put it back in for a couple of minutes. Okay, now we're going to do the loaf pan. So we'll pour the batter in there and level it out. And either shake it if you got a glass one or tap it on the counter lightly. Then we'll put that in the oven for about 70 minutes. Okay, after about 45 minutes, you want to check that out. Make sure it's not getting too brown. If it is, then just tent it with some tin foil. And the same for the loaf. We'll stick a toothpick in there. If it comes out clean, we're done. Okay, now for my favorite cupcakes. So we're gonna fill our cupcake almost to the top with a cookie scoop. And we're gonna put those in the oven for about 25 minutes. And again, we're gonna do a toothpick test to see if it comes out clean. Okay, now for the cream cheese frosting. First, we're gonna beat the cream cheese, butter, and vanilla until light and frothy. We're gonna gradually add the powdered sugar until the sugar gets nice and smooth. Okay, I find the coolest way to do this is with a piping bag, so you can make fancy designs on it, or you can just spread it on there with a knife, but they have to be perfectly cool down to room temperature. If you decide to use the piping bag, you can make really cool swirls on it, or lines or waves or whatever you like. You can pile it on the cupcakes really high. So there you go. Carrot cake, 3 ways. Like I said before, personally, I like the cupcakes. Now you can sprinkle, as you can see in the picture, you can sprinkle a little coconut on there, or some chopped nuts, or geez, whatever you like on your carrot cake muffins. I almost forgot. Enjoy. The complete written recipe will be in the description box down below, so check that out. If you like my content, I'll put a couple of videos that you can watch until my next upload. So thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, ring the bell, and share with your friends. We'll see you next time.